Hello everyone, welcome to my Luminar AI preview. This is a beta version that Luminar sent me today, so it's just a preview, just showing you roughly how it works. I'll get through to a full proper review at a later date though. So, how do you use it? What does it do for you? Firstly, to import photographs, click on the plus once you open it, and it'll ask you to add a folder with images or edit a single image. So I added a folder here with just a few different images in it. You can see there's landscape images, portrait images, just a rough idea to kind of mess around with. So one of the first photographs I edited was this one. So you can see that's a raw file. It's it's a raw file converted to a JPEG file. So, but that's it in its raw state as such, unedited. So if I want to go and edit that now, I have templates above here. So we're in templates. It'll give you a rough selection here of the templates you can use. Being honest, what I found works really well on these images here now, especially ones like this, is if I just go on landscape, and there's a fella down below on the bottom here, fast fix. So I haven't pressed anything as of yet. I'm going to press it there now on the count of 3, just to give you an idea as to how quick this is. So we go 1, 2, 3, boom. Look at that. That is astounding. That is exactly the way I'd edit an image myself. I've edited exactly the same image in Lightroom. I've edited in Luminar 4.3, and when you go on auto settings or AI enhance, it just doesn't come out right. That is exactly how I would do that myself. But again, sometimes it'll overdo it, sometimes it'll underdo it. So on this particular template here as such, which you don't have to use, by the way, you can see down below in the bottom right hand corner, there's the fast fix. We're on the fast fix template here. So there's a slider, so I can actually adjust the intensity of the edit. So you can say, oh God, that's really strong. The saturation was way too high altogether, or it just didn't look right to you, it was overly edited. You can adjust the intensity here via the slider. Being honest with you, I think full whack here looks perfect. And that is an image I'd nearly print straight away, only for a little dust bunny up here on the top left hand corner. But no fault of the software, that's obviously in the camera itself. Now, again, of course, if you want to go in and change anything in the edit, you could just go up here and click on edit above here. And once you're on edit, then it gives you all your basic editing tools. So you've composition AI, I'll come back to that later on, erase, light, enhance, structure, color, black and white, details, denoise, landscape, and vignette. Actually, what I should do is click on each individual one just to give you an idea. So as you can see in composition AI, if I click on this button, it'll suggest a composition for that image. I'll come back to that at a later date. You can alter the perspective, you can rotate and flip the images, you can change the image vertically, horizontally, and the aspect too as well. Come back to all those at a later date. So that's composition. We go down to the erase tool. You can erase different sections there from the image if there was things in it you didn't like. Light, then basically the same as Luminar 4.3. You can adjust your temperature, your tint, exposure, contrast, highlight, shadows, all those things, curves down along here. Enhance AI, you can obviously mess around with this too as well to vary the image. Actually, when you look at that, that is kind of how the image came out in Luminar 4.3. Something along those lines. It was too strong altogether, like a far more subtle edit. And you have sky enhancer there then too as well, which is obviously going to pop the blues a small bit more for you. So that's also really cool. We can mess around with it, leaving it somewhere there for now. You go to structure. Again, same as Luminar 4.3 really as such. Color, saturation, vibrance, and you can remove color cast too as well and whatnot. Changing black and white, your details, your sharpness, denoise the image. Landscape, then again the same as 4.3 practically. You have dehaze, you have the golden hour, and you have foliage enhancer. So just golden hour again, if I whack that up along, you'll see the golden light start to shift through there now a small bit. Vignette, same as always. Creative. In creative, you have sky. So you can add different skies in, same as Luminar 4.3 as such, and that you can change, swap out or replace the sky. You've augmented sky, so you can put in a whole selection of different options, from fireworks to birds to animals to whatever you want to position them around the place, relight them, same as before. Sorry, I went to the wrong thing. So if you go to atmosphere, atmosphere, then basically as such, you can add in different elements. So there's fog there now as such. And you'll notice that it's actually adding the fog roughly where the fog would be. Now, fog obviously isn't going to suit this particular image there now. Or you can put in layered fog. So that is going to bring the fog down lower to the sea level. So it's quite white here, so it's hard enough to see it. But again, just switch that off. Sun rays can add in sun rays, drama, mood. So there's a mood enhancer. You can vary your slider here depending on, sorry, I better choose something, I suppose. If we go on, what would look good there now for this? Grace probably. And adjust this. Yeah. Again, personal taste, but there's a whole lot of templates there you can mess around with and change. Toning, matte, mystical, again, mystical. It adds in kind of a softness to the image. I think it could work really well in woodland shots, things like that. Now that it really could add something to their portraits. Here you can see it's a bit like giving an Orton effect to the image itself. I suppose the clouds look lovely and soft there now. Yeah, I'd be inclined to keep it back. We're getting towards the portraits now. So face AI, basically you face lighting, you can slim the face, you can adjust the eyes, the mouth. Skin, you can adjust the skin smoothing, you can remove defects from the skin and remove skin shine. On the body, you can make the body bigger or smaller, and you can affect the area it's going to affect, and that's basically it. I'll show that in the portrait one of these days there. Yeah, we'll get back to that later on too as well. So we go to professional, then you have your basic lens corrections and whatnot there now as such. Super contrast, yeah, color harmony, dodge and burn, and clone stamping then. So they're basically all the options you're getting in the product itself. And again, the same as before, if I click the button, you'll see that's the original file. That's the edited file. So I'm gone back to my catalog here now again. I'm looking at my second landscape image. So I'm going to pop that in along. You can see this is actually, this again was multiple images stitched together. I stitched them together in Lightroom actually as it happens and exported them then as a JPEG without editing the file at all. So that is actually the raw file there now, so it's just converted over to a JPEG. Just for ease of use, I had it, so I just said I'd swap it over along. So again, if I just go to templates, which again is just above here, you see how quick this is. I click on templates, I go to landscape, fast fix, boom, there you go. Job done, thank you very much. I'd probably pull it back down along to there somewhere, and that is me finished. So you can see how simple this is. And again, if you don't want to use any of these templates, you just go up to edit. And you can work away here the same as before. So the same as in Lightroom 4.3. Obviously there are a few new additions to it, which I'll be coming back to at a later date. Composition AI being one of them. But again, I'm going to come back to that again at a later date. So if I go back to the main catalog again, and we'll have a look at editing one of the portrait shots. So we pick this one here now for argument's sake. So portrait shot there now. I see, right, this is going to be really interesting because I haven't actually tried editing a portrait shot. I'm going to go people. I'll actually be clicking these. Analog. Nostalgic haze. That could be interesting. Comfort mood. Yeah, no. Yeah, you can see all the old film grain and whatnot in those then. So experiment collection. Oh, these are the really cool ones now. So you can add in light leaks, yeah, different colored effects, glow. So again, you can adjust the intensity of these. So just looking at that, that might look, or even one of these, color ramp. If I pull that back, yeah, feather lights. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with these. Celebrate. Burn film. Right, so we're going to go back out of these and we're going to go back now to our portraits. So I'm going to go on easy portraits. We go low key. Right, darken your scene down, vignette, obviously adding a vignette. Fade, softening it out completely. High key is going to brighten it, yeah. Tack sharp then is going to leave it as is, only bring it back tack sharp. Interesting. Experimental essence, black and white. So if I go essence, still frame marquee, still frame marquee, fashionista. I'm already liking the sound of Rembrandt for some reason. Ooh, a bit too much, but then again, pull that back. Yeah, flawless. Okay. I am just going to try something completely different. I'm going to go to landscape and fast fix. Wow. I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that. I'm loving that template. Fast fix is going to be the Kieran Hayes template. It's as simple as that. I can just go in and edit then again. And so again, I suppose if we're going to go looking at anything, we look at the portrait section here now and face lighting. So when I adjust this, it should adjust the lighting on the face, which it is doing. Yeah. Very good. Slim face. Ooh, controversial. So slim the face in. Is that going to work? Wow. That actually is working. That's scary, that is. Yeah. The eyes. Oh yeah, iris visibility, eye lightening and everything else. Enlarge eyes. Yeah. That's nuts, isn't it? Eye whitening, yeah. Going back down through here. So skin now is our next thing. So skin. Right. So 100%. Now pull that back. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely making a difference. And if you go skin defect removal, yeah, that helps too. I'll leave that somewhere there, a small bit of texture in it. Body. Now this is the one that's gonna get people going. Why would you want to do it? It's there. Look, it's as simple as that. So we go plus to slim a person in. So that's nuts. And what I'm looking at when I'm doing that is I'm looking at the verticals here to see is there any bending or misshaping of those. And that's cool. You can see the tree obviously pulled in a small bit, but something had to stretch and go the other direction. So you can make the body larger or smaller. And abdomen. This is interesting. Suck in the stomach. And back out. Very good. Yeah, so it all really works. And again, I can come back here to my fast fix and adjust the intensity of this too as well again. I'm looking at that image and I think I really like that. The one thing, we'll go back to Pro here now and whatnot. I don't think there's anything there I really want. I'm just going to go back to the start here and add in a vignette, I think. A slight bit. Is that working? Yeah, it definitely is, Karen. Yeah. Wow, that's really good. I'm gonna pop my saturation down a small little bit, maybe there now. Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna remove color cast and see now what that's going to do for us. Oh no, that's interesting. Right. One last thing, just going to have a quick look at is black and white. So we're going to click on convert to black and white. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my first portrait shot edited in Luminar AI, and it's actually surprisingly easy. Yeah, that's really it. So there's a few other features obviously to be kicked in this as of yet, and there's some things we're missing too as well that we're going to come back to. For the crack, I'm actually sorry. I'm just gonna just actually enjoy that. I'm going to edit one more here now as such. So this again is a JPEG raw file. I am just going to go in here, templates, and I'm going to see can we do something kind of funky cool with this here now. Natural skies, lifestyle, evening glow. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah. And again, I'm looking at Cozy Den and I'm saying to myself, God, that's I don't know what I like that. But again, you have to think, right, you pop that back a small bit and bring that back somewhere here, and how does that look? And that is looking far more like it. So there's a raw file. It's just adding a bit of something to it. Just adding a bit of something to it. Really like that. Yeah, that's really cool. Winter Refuge. Ooh, again, could really like that. Now I'm going to bring this back a small bit again. So yeah, so the slider is really important here. It's because some of these effects, you look at them and you say, "Ooh, that's a bit strong." Like, "Wow, that's not on." But just bring back your slider control a small bit to adjust your edit, and all of a sudden you're back to what looks really good. And I am just going to go down here again just for the fun. I'm going to click on fast fix. Yeah, I wouldn't, but then again, bring that down 20-30%. That's not bad either. So yeah, that's really good. Sorry, so just going back, so the original photograph and the edited photograph, original, edited, original, edited. So yeah, that works quite well too as well. So thank you all for staying tuned and for watching the video. I hope it helped you in understanding this new software and how it's possibly going to work for you going forward. Again, please remember this is just a beta version, so this is not the finished version of the software. There will be certain things added, maybe a few things subtracted, whatever else going along the way. So we'll see how it all pans out in the next couple of months. By the looks of things, I would expect Luminar AI to be released around mid-December is my rough calculation now. I was looking at it earlier, it was going to be around the 18th of November, which was the normal time, kind of around the normal time Luminar used to send out new software versions. I think this one is going to be a bit later though, because there is a heck of a lot going on in this. And yeah, it is a nice step up from Luminar 4.3. So yeah, just really happy to have got my hands on a copy of it, and I want to thank Lena over in Skylum for sending it on to me today. And I wish I had a bit more time to play with it today, being honest with you. But with work there and photo shoots and whatnot, I just didn't have time. So thanks for watching. If there's any comments or any suggestions or any parts of the software you would like to know more about, just let me know. Leave a comment, send me a DM, email me, and I'll get through it as quickly as I can and put up a proper review. So thanks again for watching, and talk to you all again soon.